Kanye West is, love him or hate him, he has a massive platform. Um, he has a massive social platform.
Mm-hmm.
He has a massive his reach is far and wide.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the thing that upset a lot of people who maybe didn't think more deeply into it is that you're going to use this platform to project a statement that basically, in the eyes of a lot of people, would diminish the effort of the Black Lives Matter movement, not the Black Lives Matter corporation, but the essence of the Black Lives Matter movement. The whole point of what that statement says. That statement says that for a long period of time in American history, black life has mattered a lot less than white life. There's never needed to be a statement that white lives matter, because white lives have always mattered more than any other life in this country, in the
Right.
system
So
we have.
you would take him wearing the shirt as a matter of truth. Now, the irony of that is that I saw people that got up in a frenzy. I understand the attitudes. I understand that, but people say you should have on a White Lives Matter shirt. They sound as crazy as people that would say you shouldn't have a Black Lives Matter shirt on. At the end of the day, I think the whole issue on race, it just continuously keeps us infighting as the rich get richer. And he's a billionaire, and he preyed on sheep, and all the sheep.
I just think
got
that his
upset.
time could be better spent doing something that's more, pouring some positivity into the community he came from. And when I say the community, I don't mean I don't mean on a micro level. I don't mean his neighborhood in Chicago. I mean the black community as a whole. I think when you have that massive of a platform, you have a responsibility. And people have a problem saying, well, just because somebody's rich and famous doesn't mean they have a responsibility. When you black, yeah, you do.
But
that's my opinion. He could be doing so much more.
His whole thing with
his position.
But his whole thing with announcing,
than to just ruffle feathers.
His whole thing with announcing that, hugging Trump and the whole White Lives Matter thing is because lately a lot of the progressive ideologies, a lot of the liberal ideologies have been moving like a mob. And you cannot...
Like a mob to do what?
You just can't speak. You can't. You have to move in sync with the mob. Because if you want to look at statistics, when you talk about black males, unarmed black men being killed in 20...
That's not what we're talking about. You're getting into the macro. You're getting into the weeds. That's not what I'm talking about the bigger picture, LeVar.
Right, so the
bigger picture of this person having this platform, not using it for anything beneficial. What the fuck is anybody getting out of Kanye West being a billionaire?
The man is not a politician. He doesn't write your laws.
So you're saying he doesn't have any responsibility to feed something positive, to do,
he does,
to
he's
take
done
his platform?
A lot of positive.
Like what?
He's taught people to believe in themselves. He's inspired generations of rappers
bullshit.
And people.
That's
and the clothes.
No. But what has he done with what has he done financially to help build or help provide resources or help provide some type of structure,
several people around him
some type of structure into the community?
He's turned several people around him into multimillionaires.
Several individuals around him.
People
who work for him.
Yeah, he's impacted.
No, that's that dude.
I wear my Yeezys.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not. Like LeBron opened the school. LeBron opened the school for lower income kids.
Right.
Other celebrities have opened up community centers and things like that.
Kanye has Donda Academy.
Donda Academy. Okay, that's a good one.
He has that.
Now where's that?
That's in L.A. It's in Calabasas. It's a Montessori.
In Calabasas.
It's a Montessori
school.
In Calabasas. It's the first of one.
In Calabasas.
He'll keep rolling them out. That's where he lives.
In Calabasas. What about South Central?
South Central.
What about the people who really need those? I'm guessing the people in Calabasas don't need a school.
See, I think we're getting off we're getting
No,
off
we're
track
not.
here because
We on track.
We're talking about.
I'm shitting on black people who got a whole lot of money that don't pour it back into the community on some level. Out of 6 billion, let's just say that's an accurate number. You can't take 100 million of that and pour it in some real way into the black community.
I'm sure
the lower end of the black community, the people who really need it.
Well, let me look.
They need that way more than they need them ugly ass shoes.
Well, let's look and see. I love the shoes. These shoes. When I wear
you
my
love
Yeezys,
anything, Kanye.
When I wear my Yeezys,
If Kanye did a number 2 and plated it in gold,
I can walk better when I wear my Yeezys.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
sure.
you dare disrespect.
I'm sure
Yeezys.
you love anything,
Kanye West.
You love anything,
charitable organizations.
Yeah, please pull it up so I can stop feeling that like I feel.
See,
I don't want to hate this man, but he annoys me.
Why?
I don't.
It's so funny. And that's the thing too. The problem is the White Lives Matter t-shirt. It's not niggas killing each other. That ain't the problem. It's not that a lot of black boys can't read on the 3rd grade level. It's the White Lives Matter.
Two things can be true at the same time.
The
White Lives Matter t-shirt can be a problem, and black boys reading on the 3rd grade level can be a problem too.
It's not the celebration of gangster culture in our community. It's the White Lives Matter t-shirt.
More than one thing can be right at the same time. Just because one thing is right don't make the other thing wrong.
Anytime these matters come up, in what I find,
I'm talking about this individual.
I don't even know why people care.
What do you mean? Why people care?
I don't even know.
People care because when people,
dude,
I feel the same way about Elon Musk. I feel the same way about Jeff Bezos.
Why?
I feel the same way, but I don't feel like they have a responsibility to uplift the black community because they ain't black.
You said something about you don't. What were you saying about in regards to billionaires? You don't think?
I personally believe that let me put it this way: if I were king of the world for a year, and I could make any changes in society and government and structure that I could make, I would make it illegal to amass obscene amounts of money for one individual.
You're a communist.
In that sense, yes, I am.
Communist.
Yes, I am. Because I don't see the point in one person having $100 billion.
You don't.
I think that in order for society to survive past 2050 or 2070, I think in order for society to survive, that system is going to have to be revamped to a degree. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a billionaire. I'm saying that you shouldn't be a billionaire 100 times over.
Why?
There's no point. What is the point? What is the fucking point?
Understand this.
What is the point? At what point do you have a responsibility as a human being to help the human condition? At what point do you have that responsibility?
If you are a billionaire,
yes,
you have bought $1 trillion of value to the marketplace. Do you understand? Nobody's giving Jeff Bezos shit. They not giving Kanye shit. They bought value to the marketplace. He's increased Adidas' worth by trillions of dollars.
How is that helping society? How is that helping
all
society?
These niggas got jobs.
How is that helping society?
Jobs.
Okay, so 300 people got jobs with Adidas.
300 people?
I'm just saying, if 300 people get jobs with Adidas,
come on,
that's
man.
A good thing. I'm talking about why do we still have homelessness? Why do we still have people that can't put food on their table? Why do we still?
You will always have that.
You're gonna always have that. You don't have to have it to the level we have it now.
It
don't have to be to the level we have it now.
Why you don't live in Cuba?
We don't have to. Because I ain't got a passport to get there.
In a Marxist, communist world?
Yes, as long as I'm the dictator. As long as I'm the fucking dictator.
Yeah, everybody wear the same shirt.
As long as I'm the dictator.
Everybody work a job. That's crazy.
As long as I'm the dictator.
We in America.
We're getting away from the point that I said. The point that I said was I'm just saying, there's no need. Even if you're a religious person, accumulating obscene amounts of wealth is a sin.
Okay,
it's a sin. It should be a cutoff.
You say now,
it should be a cutoff. Why do you need more than, I don't know, $5 billion? Why does any person need more than $5 billion?
Why you need that?
Why does any person need more than $5 billion?
Why do you need that?
What are you gonna do with $10 billion that you can't do with $5 billion? What?
Dude, what? It's not even about the money.
You ain't gonna do
the
shit.
Value
but you're a hoarder. You're just hoarding money at that point. When you got $6 billion, you should be obligated. The government should come in and forcibly, by gunpoint, take away 90% of that shit and put it back in society.
Do you know what would happen if that happened? We
What
would
would
lack
happen?
innovation. There would be no
There
incentive.
was bullshit. You know how many people are billionaires? You know how many people aren't billionaires?
There are about 2,000 billion.
Okay, that means
you know how hard it is to get there.
Exactly.
Nobody's giving these people this money.
Exactly. But there's
They earned it.
Yeah, not in every case. No, they didn't. No, the fuck. No, they didn't. Dude, a lot of this is Tucker Carlson is worth how many millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. You know why? Because he's the heir to the Swanson family fortune. Donald Trump was given $400 million when he was a kid.
Well, they families obviously earned
okay,
the money.
okay.
Nobody gave it to them.
But there was some
it's
criminal,
about value.
there was a lot of criminal activity too. Behind every great fortune is a great crime. Behind every great fortune is a great crime. You don't accumulate that level of money without being involved in some type of immoral, illegal, illicit activity. You don't do it. There's no such thing as an honest billionaire.
West has
There's no honest billionaire.
Charitable organizations.
And I'm glad to hear that.
20.
I'm glad to hear that.
I
hate him a little bit less.
Do you know? Let me tell you something.
I hate him a little bit less.
We think about Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the second richest man in the world.
Right.
Understand this. Do you know the convenience?
And you know his wife is doing.
When I hit the button and I got a package outside of my house.
$35 billion that his wife got in the divorce settlement. She's giving away 90% of that shit.
Good. She can do it.
That's a beautiful person.
Right.
That's a beautiful person.
You can do,
because she still has.
Right.
You know,
and
however many billions.
And if she wants to do it, she should be able to do it. But she shouldn't be forced to.
Yeah, she should be.
No, she shouldn't.
You better be glad I ain't the king of the world. Because if I'm the king of the
you
world.
You the same nigga be complaining about child support, nigga. These niggas complain how they want to complain.
No, I wouldn't be.
If it was child support, you'd be like, I won't give her no more than $200.
Once you
get you make $5,000 a month. Give her $2,000.
But I also believe that child support should be capped. I believe there should be a cap on child support. I believe that no woman should be able to take more than $600.
This is sad. This is now y'all see.
I believe women should.
Do y'all see the delusion?
I believe women shouldn't be able to get more than $600 a month in child support.
Listen.
If you get pregnant by a nigga that's worth $100 million and you can't get but $600 a month, you're gonna see a lot less pregnancies of women that's trapping dudes for the money.
Yeah, that's true.
Because let me tell you something: if you get pregnant by a dude that's worth $100 million and he actually wants that kid with you, he's gonna do. You gonna live the lifestyle that he wants you to live because you're not forcing him into the situation. But if you're forcing this man into the situation, then that's why you got to fight. But that's what I'm just saying.
But you saying
they need to cap that shit.
But you're saying at the same time you want the government to force their hand and take 90% of a billionaire's net worth. That is
society ran a lot better when in the I think it was like the late 60s, early 70s when the top tax rate was 70-something%.
Yeah, what happened?
So I think everything over a certain amount should be taxed at that amount.
I'm so glad you
everything
said that.
Over a certain amount. So,
I'm so
if
glad.
you make if you LeVar Walker make $10 million in 2023, and then the government says, okay, so at $10 million and $1, every dollar above that $10 million is going to be taxed at 81%. Now everything up to that $10 million, you pay 15%, 10, whatever. But every dollar over the $10 million, why would you have a problem with that?
So I'm glad you said that.
Why would you have an issue with that?
We had a very super high marginal tax rate, I guess, in the 70s, the 60s and the 70s. And what happened? All them jobs got the fuck out of here and went overseas.
That had nothing
and
to do with
communities
taxes.
became crippled.
But that had to do that had to do with
they went over to the same old taxes.
That had to do with corrupt politicians who were bought and paid for by the corporations to allow them to export all them jobs. Now, if they had not allowed that, then we wouldn't have had a problem.
But you're not gonna there will be no innovation. You're not gonna keep raping me at an 80% tax rate and think I'm gonna keep innovating.
Dude, if you're only being taxed over a certain amount, you're not being raped. Well,
I think we should go to a flat tax.
No, a flat tax don't work. They've tried that. They proposed that numerous times, and numerous mathematicians or whoever the fuck it is that come up have said that flat tax don't work because it still ends up hurting the people on the bottom end of the spectrum way more than the people at the top.
Well, people always gonna get hurt on the bottom.
Let me see.
That's just
Top
life. Shit. You got to figure this shit out.
rate.
It is not going to be good. You got to everybody starts this life. You come out of the womb. Some people might have a slight advantage, but you have to figure life out. And that's the thing. That's the good thing about America. People, America is the only place where you can go from dirt poor zero to possibly become a billionaire. That's great. At least you got a chance. And then to be an American, there's only 330 million of us out of a population of 8 billion.
45, the most progressive tax years in U.S. history. The 94% tax rate applied to any income above $200,000, which would be 2.4 million, or well, at this that was in 2000. So that would be around $3 million in our current.
And during those times, racist niggas, we couldn't even ride on the bus.
Oh yeah, that was the least of our concerns was fucking tax rates. That was the least of our worries.
We couldn't even get on the front of the bus.
But yeah, so far we've established that I hate Kanye West and I'm a communist.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what's next?
Socialist Marxist.
So what's next?
What a great conversation.
Yeah.
I want to talk about too now Tia Mowry and Corey Hardwick.
It's been 3 celebrity divorces this week.
Yeah.
That was talked about. The biggest one being Tom Brady and Giselle, which I find interesting.
I mean, shit, the man just want to live his dream. God damn.
Yeah.
Don't nobody man want to sit in his prime in the house with the kids.
Then I looked at Giselle, and let me show you something. I looked at Giselle. Giselle, how you spell her last name? Yeah. That face getting kind of hard, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't think it got nothing to do with her face.
Yeah, you don't want to look at that every day, all day. She don't look as good as Jimmy Garoppolo, the quarterback.
I actually got the bomb in front of her.
The quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers is actually prettier.
I bombed in front of Giselle. I bombed in front of her in New York with Seinfeld.
She was sitting there in the front?
Well, she organized the show.
You was at the Cellar?
No.
Where you was at?
Gotham.
And you bombed at Gotham?
Bombed at Gotham. Dude, it was the richest white people on the face of the earth.
Who'd you go in front of?
I went up with Amy, Seinfeld, Seth Meyers.
How did you bomb in front of that crowd? They laugh at anything.
Dude,
that's an accomplishment.
I tried to talk about being a pharmacist at CVS. These people are so rich, they don't go to the store. They were looking at me like, what is this you talking about? I think we sent our servants there.
Yeah, what is this CVS thing?
So I got them in the end. I just thought about I'm tired of being bald. And it started to pull the nose of the plane up a little bit. But I was nervous too, bro. I was a little intimidated. I'm not going to lie.
Was it all white?
What? Was it?
It
might have been, who was on that show? I think it was a black female on the show, me and another black female, but bruh, was it white?
Who went before you? Because it might have been that they just didn't know you. You might have just been the least famous person.
I don't even remember who went before me, bro.
How much time did you do?
I did a stinking 15.
Ooh, that's a long 15 minutes too.
You can start getting
15
hot.
minutes felt like an hour.
Ooh, start getting hot
long
up there.
special.
And I was like, I know I bombed. And then Amy was like, no, if you would have bombed, they would have got on your ass. I was like, I bombed. I am not getting.
Did you get the polite? Did you get the polite like?
Yeah. I got the hell down. I felt naked.
And you saw Giselle?
No, she put it together. I probably saw and didn't recognize because I don't really, you know what I mean. But with Tom, with them getting divorced, like Tom just want to keep playing football till he can't play no more.
Yeah, I mean,
the
people were talking about it. A lot of people are attacking him, saying that he's like a super selfish, that he seems like he's a mean guy. He's a passive aggressive dude that, is selfish and only wants to have his ambition and doesn't want her to have any ambition of her own. And dude, I just think, man, I don't believe that. To me, this is evidence that relationships just run their course, man. Like, relationships just really run their course, and it's really hard to stay interested after a certain amount of time. I honestly believe that wedding licenses marriage licenses should have an expiration date on them. And you should have the option. I'm not trying to be funny. You should have the option to renew it. Because, dude, maybe he's just tired. He's Tom fucking Brady.
I mean,
maybe he's just tired of her.
Dude, listen.
Maybe he's just tired of that situation.
First of all, to be as good as Tom Brady, because Tom Brady didn't necessarily have the natural abilities.
He wasn't a first round draft pick. He wasn't like a college superstar.
Super strong. None of this.
He was a 7th round draft
pick. For
him
to play at that level, it has to be more of an obsession. It has to be a religion.
Right.
And he loves doing what he does, bro. You can't just take a guy like that, dude. This guy is the Michael Jordan of football.
So you think it all goes back to him deciding to not retire?
Yeah, that's all.
But I think him deciding not to retire is about, like I said, as a person that's been married, that's been with the same person for 28 years, dude, it's the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. And I might get my ass kicked when she sees this, but it's the most difficult, and it has nothing to do with the fact of whether I love her or not. It's the fact of staying with a person. See, first of all, what people got to understand is getting married is a crapshoot from the jump. Because we got 7 billion people on the planet. You meeting this one person out of these 7 billion and hoping that you can build, that you can.
It's antiquated.
Dude, it's unrealistic to think that you can link up with this random person that prior to meeting them, you had no idea y'all were going to meet. It ain't like y'all, grew up in the playpen together. You just this random person. You're hoping that enough of the things that you like and enough of the things that they like are going to be able to mesh and co-join and be a unit for the rest of your natural life, which could be, depending on what age you are when you meet, it could be 60, 70, 80 years. Do you know the chances of you meeting up with that person and that shit working?
But the irony of you saying this and you're doing it.
That's because I have beat the odds, but when I tell you,
you've had to do a lot of compromises.
Yes, you got to do a lot of compromising.
Well, I'm sure
and we've been on the brink, and we have been on the brink several times. We've been at the edge of that cliff. We've been at the edge of that divorce cliff several times. No, but
everybody at the edge of the divorce cliff.
That's what I'm saying. And you compromise to say, you know what? Let me step back from the brink. Let me not do this, or let me not want that, or let me accept that I ain't gonna get this. And that's how you make it work. But it's not a natural, easy thing. So when I'm saying you got somebody like a Tom Brady and a Giselle who both have so many other options in life, and I'm not talking about as far as other people, but I'm saying just so many other options. They don't have to worry about, Tom Brady don't have to worry like, okay, if I leave, we gotta figure out how we gonna live in this house, who gonna get the house. They don't have those issues.
Right.
She worth $400 million, he worth $250, $300 million.
They can just dance.
They don't have them options.
Yeah, they can go like this.
Yeah, bam.
Boom.
All right, we good. You keep this one, I keep that one, whatever.
Yeah.
It ain't even no thing. Their kids have grown up. The children of multimillionaires, they're going to adjust and adapt a lot easier.
To judge this man for essentially just being a man that wants to continue working and living his dream, he doesn't want to die of quiet desperation in his jacuzzi tub in his beautiful basement.
And he don't want to sit there and just deal with his wife and kids every day, all day.
Life is short. Like, he want to be out there. Because at the end of the day, even if he didn't go back and play football, he could be there physically, but in his mind, he on the football field.
But he also has a deal on the table to be an NFL analyst. So when he stops playing, he has a deal with Fox already on the table for another $375 million.
That's good for him.
To be an analyst. So that means he's going to be what? Gone from the house again.
He loves
the game. All of that might probably be playing into it. And she's probably saying, football is your wife, I'm just your side piece. And he might and if he was honest, he would say, you know what? You are, but you are a very fortunate side piece. You're in a position women would give their left kidney to be in.
To do,
is there such thing as a left kidney?
To do any of this.
Or do you have it right now?
I'm going to read yes, you have 2 kidneys. Okay. I'm going to read a thing.
I didn't know him. You got 2 kidneys?
Yes, man.
Really?
You didn't know that?
I thought you had 2 lungs and 1 kidney and 1 liver.
Nah, you got 2 kidneys, man.
God damn.
Let me see.
I was today years old when I found that out.
Brother, to
I
do
had no idea
to
you
do
had 2 kidneys. I thought you had 1. That's why people be on dialysis, because when the kidney go
No.
bad, you gotta get a transplant.
boy, this dude, I tell you.
So if 1 kidney go bad, the other one bad too?
Not necessarily. You can survive off 1 kidney.
So why people need a transplant? So both of them go bad?
Yeah, typically both.
I
go
never
bad.
knew you had 2 kidneys. I'm not even trying to be
Both of
funny.
them
I
go
promise
bad.
you. Your son probably knew that, and I didn't know that. And he's 7. I swear to God, I didn't know you had 1 kidney.
Let me see.
I'm gonna Google that. I'm not even sure if that's true.
I want to read this.
Let me Google. Do you have 2 kidneys or 1? Because I know somebody who got a kidney transplant. He was on dialysis.
In order to master a field, you must love the subject and feel a profound connection to it. Your interest must transcend the field itself and border on the religious, bro. Football is this man's religion,
Yeah.
bro.
And you would think that at this point she would understand
You take
that.
comedy away from me. My
would
wife be
think
like,
she would
you need to
understand
stop going on the road, or if I made me $1 billion, she's like, well, you need to stop telling jokes. I'm like, what? I can't.
Right.
I'm out. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm never stopping.
Right.
That's what brings me happiness and joy.
And then you know,
And that's what brings us.
and you know what the average wife would say to that?
What?
I'm the one that's supposed to bring you happiness and joy.
Oh, God.
That's the average wife answer.
Bro, that's.
What do you mean comedy brings you happiness and joy? I'm the one that should bring you. What more do you need than me in your face every day talking about uninteresting shit that you don't care about?
And that's where you just stare at it and go to the car and drive off.